He has attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or ADHD. It affects 8% of children. His schoolwork has suffered. He takes stimulants to help him concentrate in class. He sometimes causes havoc at home.
If he's having a bad day, it can be stressful and be a bad day for the whole family, not just for James.
But scientifically speaking, it's a controversial area. Where do you draw the line between kids being kids and a medical condition? Many doctors and psychologists simply don't believe it. They would prefer to diagnose naughtiness or poor parenting. But this bizarre-looking headpiece is providing the first hard evidence anywhere in the world that ADHD actually exists. And all a subject has to do is have his head read. These pictures are the result of a new test called steady-state probe topography, developed at Melbourne's Swinburne University of Technology. They show the pattern of electrical activity in the brain, and they're exposing major differences between normal children and those with ADHD. The headgear is basically an electroencephalograph, a modified bike helmet studded with 64 electrodes. The child wears special goggles as part of the test. Small light pads on the side of the goggles contain LEDs which flash at 13 Hertz. It's enough to create a distraction, particularly for someone with ADHD.
Oh, that's a particularly good one.
James has to carry out a simple visual task. When the letter X appears immediately after the letter A, he must press the buttons. At the same time, his brain's electrical activity is being recorded. You get these swirling blobs, spreading and dissipating like clouds on a satellite weather map. The warmer the colour, the stronger the activity. Individual test results are confidential. These are the results from testing 18 normal children and 18 ADHD sufferers. And there's a remarkable difference in the front part of the brain, the part governing attention and behaviour.
As the A is about to go off the screen, what you see is increased activity in the visual attentional parts of the brain and also the frontal parts of the brain in the normal. By contrast, there is a much reduced level of activity restricted to the frontal part in the case of ADHD.
How do you say it?
What that means is that children like James with ADHD had much lower concentration, were far more likely to be distracted by the goggles than other children. It's one step towards quantifying a real physical difference.
What are you trying to shoot? Oh,
Him! We can get some physical evidence to say, hey, look, this is really happening and these kids need help, and it's not just a figment of anyone's imagination, let alone parents, then we can get some real help.
That real evidence is right here. But although it's a step forward, it's too early for the topography test to be used as a diagnostic tool. Certainly not on its own anyway.
This sort of methodology has the potential for becoming a diagnostic test when used in conjunction with other behavioural indicators as well. I don't think it should ever be used in isolation. You must always have the others.
It will be used to gauge the effects of medication. Some parents are too quick to use pills on their kids. In America this year, children will take 350 million doses of amphetamines to help them focus. It's important to remember that this disorder is not necessarily a bad thing. Not all children with ADHD suffer learning and behavioural problems. As a matter of fact, in many kids, it can actually stimulate creativity. You know, they now think that both Thomas Edison and Albert Einstein had ADHD, and they did all right. This window on the brain goes a long way towards proving the existence of ADHD. What it doesn't tell us is what causes it. Is it purely biological? Or are there environmental factors at work? science can't explain yet. What we do know is that there are many grey areas in the grey matter.